19. Recognize, reflect, reset. What I have learned about goal setting and pursuing your passion is that you will be tested. The simple art of working towards your goal brings out your true character. It unveils the best in you and the worst in you sometimes. You will be frustrated and delighted. You will pay a price. However, when you pursue something worthwhile, it is always an investment, not a cost. Some goals will be achieved more quickly than you anticipated, while others will take longer than you expected. What you do now is about working your plan, being tenacious when confronted with challenges, and showing grit when those roadblocks are sent to test you. Understand that tenacity wins every race. I believe every challenge that is placed in front of us is sent to test our resolve. The universe has a way of asking the question, are you serious about achieving this goal? The road towards your goal will be filled with character building opportunities that may very well be preparing you for a future challenge. As Albert Einstein said after many failed experiments, adversity introduces a man to himself. Not everything will work out for you straight away. What if you started a new enterprise and after months of planning, sourcing products, preparing displays, and advertising, your business sales for the first day totaled $4.98? Would you be sufficiently focused and motivated to do it all again the next day? The business I'm referring to here is Tiffany & Co. In 1837, Charles Louis Tiffany and John B. Young opened their first store on Lower Broadway in New York City, and that was indeed their first day's take. Today, Tiffany & Co. has more than 240 stores in 22 different countries and a turnover of what is it? $430 billion. Everything starts off slowly. Success is not only about action, it's also about tenacity and the will to hold the course you have charted for yourself. The reason why most people give up is that success never comes first. It always follows action and belief. Reflect on the messages being given to you. I often say, everything is perfect. In testing time, it is sometimes difficult to look for the reason, the message, or insight when you are in the middle of a disaster. But if you look at the set of circumstances, then you can find the message, rather than living with the feeling of why me and why now. Every decision you have ever made is perfect for that time, that place, and that situation. It may not have been the right decision 2 hours, 2 days, or even 2 years later, but we don't live in the future. We plan for it, of course, but we live in this way right now. So, don't let the possibility of being wrong stop you. As one of my favorite authors, Seth Godin, said in one of his blog posts, the cost of being wrong is less than the cost of doing nothing. Reflect on what is working and what you have learned. Reflect on your successes, on the rewards and benefits, and the remarkable things that have happened to you as you pursued the goal. Maybe they were the real gift, not the goal itself. Reset your goals. The Chinese mystic philosopher Lao Tzu once said, great acts are made up of small deeds. As you pursue your goals, remember that every goal is a series of small deeds or steps or actions done consistently within the time frame you have set to achieve that goal. So take time to reset your goals, adjusting them from time to time, if needed. A dear friend of mine once shared that she had had such a great year the previous year, but that the first 6 months of this year were slow and unexciting. Nothing was in flow. When I asked her what was great about the previous year, she told me about all the goals she had achieved: promotion, new relationship, purchasing her first apartment, and competing in her first triathlon. She had achieved a lot of the goals she had written down 12 months before in one of my workshops. Then I asked the question, "Have you reset your goals for this year?" The light bulb went on, and she began to create a new list of goals. Take 5 minutes a week out of your schedule to review the progress you are making towards your goals, and refocus and reset your goals where needed. Then take 15 minutes once a month to plan the goals and actions for the following month. Once every 90 days, take 30 minutes out to repeat the process. And then take a day out of your life to sit in a park or your back deck, on the beach or somewhere in nature. This is your time for a personal treat, to think about the year ahead and plan out the goals you want to achieve in your lifetime for the next 12 months. 20. Letting go expectations. Too often, we focus our attention on actually achieving the goal, the end result, only to become frustrated by the slow progress we make. Think about the last time you went on a diet. You were focused, diligent, and committed. You ate right, exercised right, and you had the right discipline, but when you weighed yourself at the end of the week, you felt like there was so much more to do. So you saddled up again for another perfect week, and the same result. You lose weight, but never as much as you hoped for. So you become susceptible to doubt about the value of what you are doing. As I explained in chapter 18, a goal can bring the best out in you, but it can also be destructive when people become obsessed with a goal to the point of needing it to happen so badly that it actually eludes them. If you worry too much about achieving the goal, you subconsciously send the message that you actually don't have confidence that it will come true. If you are confident, it will come true. Believe you are deserving of the goal and know you are capable of achieving it. Then all you need to do is take the appreciate action and let the universe manifest the right result for you. The key to achieving your targets comes down to focusing on your goal, having it at the top of your mind, but not worrying about achieving it or giving it too much attention. Once you have set your goal and it's aligned to your driving values, let it go. Let go of your worry about whether or not it will come true. To do that, there are 3 focuses you need to have, and they are all aligned to the feel, think, do model, or your emotional, mental, and physical connection. Emotional, releasing yourself. Release yourself emotionally from the goal itself. When you have an attitude that you actually don't need that goal to come in order to have a great life, to be happy or fulfilled, then the worry of whether or not it will come true vanishes, leaving you to channel that energy into taking action. Focus on how you want to feel and turn your attention to the action you need to take with the right mindset. When you let go of the pressure, expectations, and worry, achieving your goals can become effortless. If there is one lesson I have learned that has benefited me the most over the past 2 years, it is this one. Once I set a goal, I release it, which frees me to achieve the results I desire. As we spoke about in the previous chapter, there will be challenges, but when you know it is all part of the journey, it makes sense. Mental, living with certainty. A fun thing happens when you start living with more certainty. Doubt is diminished, clarity forms, confidence grows, and consistency becomes one of your normal personal traits. How do you act when you have certainty in your life? How would you act and feel now if you had absolute certainty? How would you respond to a challenge? Most battles we face take place in our mind. Will they like me? What if it doesn't work? What will they think? Some people worry about the worst case scenario, and that's okay if you have a balanced perspective and also consider the best case scenario before deciding on the most likely outcome. Physical, taking action. The only natural thing to do now that you are mentally and emotionally connected is to take action. Remember, activity cures inactivity. Nothing can replace action, not positive thinking or great confidence. By taking action, you validate the mindset you have created and further strengthen and justify the belief you have in yourself. Every action you take adds um, Every action you take adds another strand to the rope that is pulling you closer to you, who you want to be, and what you want to achieve. When you take action, you will always achieve a result. It will either move you closer to your goal or offer you a lesson that will help move you closer to your goals in the future. Part 3. Mindset. Gaining confidence in your life. 21. Who's stopping you? In most cases, it is not what is stopping you, but who is stopping you, and that who is normally you. Circumstances and situations do play a part, but usually the root cause is you. When we really get down to the roadblocks that stop people from pursuing their passion, taking advantage of their opportunities, tapping into their potential or achieving their possibilities, it is normally a conversation that starts with too. You can fill in the rest. Too hard, too busy, too tired, too long, too short, too much, too little, too easy, too many, too focused, too big, too small. What is it for you? Think about a goal you want to achieve that you have repeatedly put off. What too excuse are you using? The way to get rid of the two from your life is to identify a bigger reason why. Then forget about completing the goal and start focusing on taking the first step. Remember, the day you take the first step, the task is 50% completed. This relates directly to your self-belief, self-esteem, and self-confidence.